I'm going to say something today that is going to sound backwards. I need you to stay with me here for just a few minutes, because I promise it's going to make complete sense at the end. Your paycheck might be the most expensive thing you own. I know, crazy sounding, but it's not your mortgage, not your car payment. It's your paycheck. Questioning me on this, but think about it. I just want you to slow down a bit here. I want to validate the life you've built before I even challenge it, because I am, because it challenged me. And I want to be really clear about something before we go any further. And I am not here to tell you that your job is bad. I am not here to tell you to quit tomorrow. I certainly am not. I still work 42 hours a week for someone else. So I'm the last person who's going to say, shame on you for having a job. Gotta have a job. What I am going to do is show you something that I genuinely wish someone had shown me 20 years ago. Because once you see it, you just can't unsee it. And it changes how you make every financial decision from the moment that you do see it, that forward thinking. Here's how Paycheck works. The moment you stop showing up, the income stops. That's called linear income. So no matter how hard you work, no matter how good you are at your job, no matter how many years you've given them, they could let you go. But ultimately, you are capped. Here's the expensive part that most people never calculate. You really have to think about this a little bit. Every year you spend in that arrangement with your employer, that you get accolades and you feel like the parking space and everything that they have offered you is so great. Every year you spend in that arrangement, every hour you trade for $1 is an hour you are not spending building something that keeps paying you after you stop working. And let's be really honest, that is not just a financial cost. That is a time cost, my friend. And time, unlike money, it cannot be made back. Now let me show you the other side of this equation. Okay? And I'm going to take it in a positive note. Because what if, instead of only trading time for money, use 2 hours a day building something that generates income whether you work or not? Big what if. And I do pose that to you today because I had to answer the question for myself. Not instead of a job alongside it. Yeah, I already work enough. I do. Okay? You see all these toys and the dress-up clothes? This is for rainy day stuff. I take care of my grandchildren. So not instead of a job, alongside of it. So that areas of my life do not feel lacking. I suggest a digital asset. A website with products people buy while you sleep. While you're taking care of the grandkids. Running around the backyard, going to the park. An automated system that handles the sale, the payment, the follow-up, without you being even in the room. That is not passive income in the lazy sense. Now think about it. You build it, you set it up, you drive traffic to it, but once it's running, it runs without you. That's freedom, my friend. That's the difference between a paycheck and an asset. One needs you present and the other one doesn't. So, keeping it real, letting you know that I am not saying anything from the deck of my yacht. I mean, I'm in the garage, okay? We held class out here. I made an office out here. I want to tell you how this hit me personally, though, how I came to this suggestion that I'm giving to you. I quite literally was one medical situation, one car repair, one broken appliance from a really frightening place. I had realized I'd spent decades building someone else's asset, and I had very little of anything of my own to show for it. I mean, you know, my time. I didn't want to give it away anymore. I was at a turning point there. My retirement fund was not funded enough. However, it funded the best investment, me. My retirement fund funded me. I was taking a little time looking at YouTube. This young lady came on, an angel, literally, from the great white north. And she said what my ears needed to hear. If I made an investment in this, and I took it seriously, and I was trainable, I didn't even have to be tech savvy. 2 hours a day, and I knew that this was possible. Immediate return on my investment. I sold the program that handed me a fully built digital business. Business in a box. Website included 4 products for me to sell right off the bat. Digital products people want, people buy. Automated back end, everything. My first sale covered my investment. Whee! I was happy. Still am. That was not luck, okay? That was some divine intervention that helped me make a decision. The same kind of decision you can make. I'm asking you to quit your job today. I'm asking you to look at that paycheck differently. It is income. It is necessary, honor and respect it. But it is not a plan. It is not a legacy. And it is not going to be there forever. The asset you build alongside it, though, it can be all 3. It can. Me being live here is for you right now. But later, my children, my grandchildren, and God willing, my great-grandchildren, they will see this. I want you to grab what I call the Freedom Formula Blueprint. It's down in my description. It's what I used to turn my life around and run my whole business, and it's yours for free. Take it and look through it and see if this is something that you can see the path is clear. I'd like for you to subscribe, hit the bell. I bring out a new video every week. Please drop a comment and tell me what you would build if the income didn't stop when you did. I'm Laura, the AssetBizBuilder. Assets over attention always. I'll see you next week.